Only a hungry person knows the value of getting a meal at all. And I have been a practitioner of poverty for the first 17 years of my life. There were days when we had one meal, we did not know when the second was coming from. There were others where we could feast a little just because my father got the bonus. But largely, I think there is a misconception that poor people in India eat tasteless food. I think hunger is the best seasoning. Some of the tastiest food I've had is in my childhood, in my days of poverty. Whether it's a simple lesan mircha ka chutney eaten with a moti roti or with a mukka pyaz, it's the most delicious. It's like ambrosia when you are hungry. Food to me is a spiritual connect. I remember my parents, I remember my grandparents, I remember my uncles and aunts linked to food. My father was an amazing cook, my mother an indifferent one, but nobody could make the rajma chawal the way she did, and my father could do curry like it's not funny, and he could do kaleji masala and besan, kande ka besan and bhuni hui muli ki bhurji. All these things that are getting lost today in this new culture of razzmatazz and what I call completely, pardon my French, bastardized Mughlai food or Indian food has become absolutely, unidirectional. Everything has got the same tomato, onion gravy, and everything looks the same. You have these very, very fancy weddings which cost 7,000 rupees a plate, and from one end you start with Italian, on the other end you go to Chinese, pizza, and you talk about Japanese, sushi, Indian, what have you, and you see guests not bothered about the wedding but moving with a plate like headless chicken where everything tastes like cardboard on the buffet. So there is so much that's going wrong in India. In other countries there are many, many celebrity chefs, even smaller chefs who are celebrated. People like to pay for their service, people like to pay for their food, people give them respect and affection. In India, much like Bollywood, the food industry has been captured by what I call food vultures, be it food critics, be it celebrity chefs, be it food groups, social media. These people are all out for their pound of flesh, and they would not like any other chef, specifically the heritage chefs who do very traditional food, home cooked food, different masalas, different styles to come up at all. And I think this heritage is in dire need of conservation. To me, conservation is about cuisine, culture and conversations. Food is irrelevant without the conversation. Food is irrelevant without the memory associated with it. Food is irrelevant without the nostalgia. All these things together make food better. The problem today is that people who can spend money don't know where to get good food. They get guided by these fancy guys on TV who says this food is good, so they go and eat it, and then they question, why the hell should I pay for this? It's not good. On the other hand, people who do very good food have no access to that market. So as a corporate chieftain, or as somebody who runs CEO's Association for Inclusive India, we've taken it upon ourselves to preserve this heritage food and give exposure to these very good chefs, upcoming chefs, to corporate India, to the corporate chieftains, people with the buying power and people with the appreciation of good things and smaller things in life, because no one likes to eat money, they like to eat taste. And that, when you're talking about these small people, home cooked, home chef, that kind of cuisine is absolutely guaranteed. I hope it wins.